Is it okay to mix nail brands in your services? We get this question all the time. We're going to tell you the absolute truth right now on the Biz Talk. Is it okay to mix alcohols?
Oh, yeah. Doing it right now. Don't tell the boss.
That would be alcohol with coffee, Tracey. You'd be spiking your coffee. Are you spiking your coffee? No answer. I plead the fifth.
A girl's got to have her secrets.
Okay. This is a topic that has come up. Actually, I mean, almost every trade show, I think I get asked. You know, we get asked constantly. We get DMs and comments. And a lot of manufacturers, you know, have sort of their standard answer. Okay. Now, before we get into, is it okay to mix nail brands? I want to preface this by saying we are a nail manufacturer. Okay.
What?
No, like I need to say that and set it in stone that we manufacture Young Nails products. Okay. And I'm going to try to stay as unbiased as possible.
Neutral.
And neutral.
Gotta be neutral.
But I want to give you the facts, right? I don't want to just say, well, you should just use all Young Nails products. Like, that's not the answer, okay? First of all, let's talk about the reality. What is the reality of the situation? Tracey, do nail professionals mix nail brands? Are they currently doing it now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Without a doubt.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And I get, you know, people will DM me and say, hey, can I mix, you know, Young Nails with X brand, whatever it is. And this is always my standard answer, and I will explain why. But I always say, like, really, nail technicians do it. I know they do it. Nail technicians tell me that they do it, and that certain combinations work for them. Okay? So if it works for you, it works for you. I don't know. I don't get detail like I use your monomer with this person's powder and this bonder and then these files and da-da-da-da-da. I don't know the detail of that, okay? All they tell me is that it works.
Right.
Here's the problem, okay? And this is probably true with all manufacturers. The problem is that no manufacturers are testing our liquids with their powders or our bonders with their gels or our base gel with their color and another person's top coats. Nobody's testing like that.
Right.
So, and why? Because there's way too many combinations. You know how long it would take to gather that data of, you know, this company's base with our color or our hard gel and this person's, there's so many combinations.
Why would you?
First of all, there's no reason to do it, right? Second of all, it would just take way too much time. Nobody has that kind of time, right? To have an answer of like, well, what combo are you using? Okay, great. No, you can't do that. We've tried it and it doesn't work, right? Everybody tests with their own products because it's their system. So like, for example, this is what we do. We test our bases with our gels. If we're bringing in our top coats, our powders with our liquids, we only test with our own products. So there's, and the reason why is because that's what we have to test with. That's what all manufacturers are doing. So we can't tell you, is it okay to use with a certain product? There's no way, because we're not testing with it. We're only testing with ours. Now, the second part of that problem, Tracey, is that if somebody has an issue, right? If you have an issue with your acrylic, for example,
lifting or something like that,
the first question we ask is,
well, how are you prepping and what are you using?
Of course, how are you prepping? Because preparation is probably the biggest cause, right?
And usually, what's funny is we'll be going down the line, and we'll be like, okay, so then you do swipe, and they're like, oh well, I'm not using swipe. Okay, and then you protein bond. Oh, well, I'm using, and this is probably, because usually we're like, okay, are you using our product? And they'll say yes at first.
Right.
And then as you walk down the line, that
find
you
out.
find out that they're mixing and matching.
Yeah.
And believe me, I did it myself. I called it Chemist Barbie.
You were Chemist Barbie?
Total Chemist Barbie.
And then?
Like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I never had found a product that I liked everything about it. And I liked their color range, and I liked how their liquid worked, and I liked how the until I found Young Nails.
Yeah.
Young Nails really is the first product line I've ever used full.
Where it worked for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, it was total Chemist Barbie.
Chemist Barbie. Well, that's good to know, number one. I don't think I knew that. Proud of you, Trace. Good job. Good decision. But like in order for us we can't answer, it's hard to answer your question.
We'll try.
Yeah, we will try.
We still, we have people that don't even use our product to call and ask for advice. And
we
try
do. And we do. Absolutely. So like, I mean, we're always going to try to help no matter what. And even if you don't use our product, like if we can help you, we want to try to help you, get through it. But the bottom line is all manufacturers are manufacturing and testing for their specific product line. Now, I've heard this comment before. Well, does it matter because like powder is a powder and a liquid is a liquid? Yes, it actually does matter. And let me tell you why. Because when we manufacture, let's go start with monomer, for example, nail liquid, correct? Why are we testing 20 different kinds of monomer with 20 different kinds of powder? Because there are different technologies. There's different chemical makeups of monomers with powders, and we test them to see what we're looking for in a product line. Not all of them work the same. They don't. That is a fact. So like when we make a decision after so much testing,
and we send it out.
We do. Into the market.
Into the market. So it can
for
be
testing.
In the salon.
That's exactly right. So we have part of our mentors who are extremely busy. We literally give them the products to test in a real salon environment before we go to market with it. That way we get real feedback. And
not tested on animals, just real clients.
Just real clients. This is true. It's just real clients that we're testing the products on. Funny, but it's true. But it's true. And so like it does make a difference. So if you're taking like our monomer and you're using it with another company's powder, we don't know how it's going to work. You know what I'm saying?
And it is funny because there is that mindset of like, come on, how many liquids and powders can there be? But we get stuff in all the time. And I'm like, Yep. And I'd say anyone that's sitting there thinking, you know what, all liquid powder are the same. How about your makeup?
That's a great example.
Your foundation?
That's
Is that just pick anything? Everybody has their preference of what works for them. Same thing with
let's go to the basics of nails, which is nail polish, right?
Yeah.
People like different brands of nail polish. Why? Because there's different consistency, different pigmentation, different, like some are watery, some are thicker, thinner.
Longer than others. And
That's exactly correct. Base coats, top coats, like there's so many variations. And when it comes down to it, like especially in acrylics and gels, there are major differences. And so like I've heard some techs come to me and say, well, I talked to this manufacturer and they told me that like I could, this is an exaggeration, but like my hands are going to fall off if I mix products.
I'm going to make a bomb.
Yeah. Like it's going to, like there's going to be some
place
serious.
will blow up.
Yes.
I don't have the liability insurance for that.
Now, I don't know what's in other manufacturers' products. But I would probably guess to say that that's not going to happen. Yeah. That's a little bit of exaggeration. You still don't want to do it. Overall, I wouldn't recommend. Now, just because I'm saying that doesn't mean that you're going to listen to me. There's a lot of successful professionals, salons out there that are doing it and having success. And that's cool. If you've experimented and you found a combination of our product with somebody else's and it works, what am I going to tell you? Stop doing it? No, I can't tell you what to do.
If it works, it's lasting, your clients are happy, you're happy, and you're making a lot of money. That's amazing.
Right.
That's what we're all about.
Yeah, it is. At the end of the day, we want you to have success. Now, our preference, of course, is we want you to use our system because we've tested with it, and we'd rather that you use our monomer with our powders. And I think most manufacturers are going to say the same thing as us, but that's the real truth behind it. You're not going to cause some insane, like, your place isn't going to burn down because you're mixing somebody's monomer with our powder, know?
No. I think I was just thinking about this, of why we actually get started in the mix and match system. It's because a lot of times we'll go not like one part of the system. Not talking ours, just talking about when I used to mix and match.
Sure.
But I might like that color powder, but I'm not happy with the monomer. So I don't want to change everything at once because that's scary.
Right.
Like, I am a stress person. I have nightmares about not clients' nails lifting. Their fingers are falling off. This is the kind of dreams I have when I have clientele. So I'm like, okay, let's just try this powder with what I'm semi-happy with. And you kind of just start doing this.
And off it goes.
Instead of just starting clean.
Right. And there you go.
Yeah.
You start to do that, and then it just one thing leads to another.
Yeah.
And then if you find something that works for you, you kind of stick with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Even if you're semi-happy with it. That I find a lot of people are not completely happy with what they're using.
Right.
But it's a comfort thing. Like, okay, it's good enough.
Right.
It's good enough.
Yeah. It's like dating that person, right? This is when I used to date a long time ago, way back. This is good. This is a good relationship. It's good enough.
Who does that with a relationship? Habib.
I did.
Good enough.
I did.
Okay.
This is good.
Well, it's okay with acrylic, not really, but especially
people,
is not good with people.
Yeah, but then I woke up and I was like, I need young nails, and I found the young nails in my life, and happiness and joy came to my life.
I don't know
Here
where
I am
we're
today.
going with this.
I don't know either. The point is, I think in the end, you should really try to use, if you're going to use our powders, use our liquid. If you're going to use our color powders, use our liquid. If you're going to use our base gel, use our color, use our top, our hard gels. Really try to stick in that way. When you do call in, first of all, that you're using the same thing that we've tested with. That's the first thing. The second thing is, in the end, when you call in, if you have an issue, we'll be able to hone in and get some answers for you. Kind of find a work around through your problems. That's my take on the issue.
Yep.
Tracy?
Hey, guys, I understand the fear. Get yourself just a sample. Get your one guinea pig, your mom, your sister, whoever. Try it as a whole.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Give it a shot.
Don't create any bombs.
Yeah. No. I think you're going to be fine there. So if anybody is, I don't think if manufacturers are striking fear into you for using, don't listen to that. That's insane. Ultimately it's your business and you got to do what's right for you. Let us know what you're doing. Are you currently mixing and matching? What are you mixing and matching? Is it working? Is it not? Let us know in the comments below. Tracy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Huge. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on the Biz Talk.